Martin's question is, are you garbage if you ask for a Rumpelman shot at the bar upstairs and the bartender said, we're not that kind of place?
Give the boys a round of applause for kicking it off with a goddamn home run.
Rumpelmans, when you're out of crack. Where is...
Rumpelmans, when you know you're not going to get hard.
Gang, get your tickets for the Back on the Block tour at RUGarbage.com.
Second show out in San Francisco. Get your tickets for Portland, Seattle, Brea, Burlington, Vermont, Boston, Massachusetts. Low ticket warning. Atlanta, Georgia, Charlotte, North Carolina, Raleigh, North Carolina, Richmond, Virginia, Baltimore, Maryland, Philadelphia at the Met, Rochester, New York, and Toronto, Ontario. See you there.
Welcome to another exciting edition of Are You Garbage? The show where you find out if your favorite comedians are classy individuals or absolute trash. Now, here are your hosts, Kevin Ryan and H. Foley.
Hey, everybody out there, and welcome back to everybody's favorite podcast. This is Are You Garbage?
Amen.
It's that little show we sit down with your favorite comedians, and we find out if they're good to be classy, but they're just a big old piece of trash.
Garbage!
I'm your host, H. Foley, coming at you on a beautiful day. We're out back here at Tootie's in a new edition. She's up in her room picking her new guitar.
Okay.
V. The Flying
The
V.
Flying V. Who's she, fucking Cece DeVille?
Shredding up there.
Sure.
My co-host is coming at you from across the table. It's what we call the family episode. Just the boys, the bozos, and the homies. Give it up for KJ. Kevin James Ryan, everybody.
Thank you very much, Margaritaville.
Hey.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Shout out to you. It's me and the Big Kahuna.
Talking about cheeseburger in paradise.
That shirt is wild. Gang, shout out to you. Thanks for tuning in. As always, please make sure you rate, review, subscribe on iTunes. Full video available on YouTube. Also, full video available on Spotify. The boys are climbing through the charts over there.
Yes, sir.
Then obviously Patreon.com, greatest website of all time. Check it out. I mean, hundreds, thousands, millions of hours, bajillion hours worth of bonus content over there. You sign up now, you get all the past catalog. And then, what are we doing in the fall? We have any fall plans?
We got the Back on the Block tour, dumbass.
Whoa. Okay.
Get some tickets. Come see the boys. We got the Wilbur. We got the Met in Philly. We're in the San Francisco. We're in Portland. We're in Seattle. We're in Charlotte. We're in Raleigh. We're all over the place, baby. Toronto.
Baltimore. Rochester. Second show's being added. We can't add second shows in all the markets because of whatever, the dates, the routing, the whole 9 yards, whatever. That's what the fucking suit said, so that's what I'm saying.
Can't we get down into Charlotte, that Kill Box, the Comedy Zone?
Uh-huh.
And the Wilbur, and the Met in Philly.
You just said that. What are we, fucking reruns already?
It's just going to be fun. I'm excited about it.
Hey.
I'm sorry.
Lay off the big waves, will you? This guy. Hey, cheeseburger. Relax.
And don't forget, we got the goddamn Atlantic City coming up. That little taste of the Back on the Block.
Sure.
Down there at the Borgata.
Mm-hmm.
I go in there in this shirt. They'll probably hit me with the High Rollers suite. It's the middle of the summer, by the way.
Hit you with the stun gun.
This is my nice summer shirt, baby.
Uh-huh.
Happy summer to everybody out there.
So what size is that coming in at?
What do you mean? I don't know. What's that got to do with anything?
That was very
Super size. That's what it is.
Sure.
Comes with an extra thing of fries. You never loved me.
Okay, all right. And we're off. Somebody had therapy this morning.
Talking about family fights.
We are talking about family
That was a big
fights.
one in my house. You never loved me.
Really?
You don't love me.
We never had.
Everything I do, you don't love me.
Who's saying that to who?
I'm saying that to you, you son of a bitch.
You're yelling at the dog. Everything I do for you, you sit there and lick your ball sack.
Man, if one thing the Foleys could do in the 80s was have a nice family fight. It was like we were all individual countries. There was no child. There was no adult.
It was every man for themselves.
It was every man for himself. My mom could. It would start small. It would be a proxy war. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That turned nuclear.
Sure.
CIA couldn't control
Send some arms over certain borders that you didn't have a treaty with.
Sure.
Let you and your brother fight it out. Then your dad comes home. She takes it out on him.
It was usually us that started it. Me and my. It was usually me, to be honest with you.
No.
Yeah.
I can't see that.
I mean, I look at it as it was me. I would start something with my brother, or we would start fighting about something, and then there was always we drag them into it. We get the USSR and the United States into it.
See, I never had that luxury. I had to shoot the fade with Danny, and there was no parent coming to save you. Because listen, we get home from work or we get home from school. It's the summer or whatever. She's gone.
Mm-hmm.
She's gone for a couple more hours. So it's like if we get in a fight at 3 p.m. She gets home at 7 or 8. I can't ruin her day. So I just got to keep my fucking, say I fell down the stairs or something.
There was a summer where me and my brother got into a fist fight almost every day. And this is when we lived in Town Line. And we were around 50, like every day it was like 50 kids. Honestly, like they would all be running around. We'd
Rats, all of you.
Literally. We'd be playing football and all that stuff. And me and my brother would always get into a fight. And I remember one time we were in this middle field in Town Line Apartments in Bluebell, Pennsylvania. We were in the middle of this field, and me and my brother were on the ground just like fighting for like 15 minutes because neither one of us would let go. There was like 100 kids standing around us. And I remember our mailman, Mr. Lupo, guy I went to high school with his son. Great guy. He was our mailman.
Listen, you don't have to butter up fucking Mr. Lupo. He's fucking 98 years old if he's alive right now. Mr. Lupo, you're listening. I just want to say, I'm not disparaging the Lupo family.
Great guy.
Sure.
And I remember looking over, and he was just standing there watching us and like shaking his head. And I remember we felt like
heathens,
dirtbags.
Mm-hmm.
But it was never those. Those always all went under the radar. It was always the holidays or vacation that we ruined.
Yeah, because everything we've talked about this, everything's heightened. You're fucking the money, the one night. I've done all the planning for the one thing, and then your shithead kids screw it up.
Yeah,
that's what breaks you. That's why there's fights at Disney, fights down at shore, fights everywhere.
I caused a big fight at a gift shop in Cape May, New Jersey, one time because I wanted one of those little ships. Remember those little fishing ships that were wood? That they sold down the shore?
Not really.
Yeah, I got into a huge war with my mom over it and caused a trouble in the store and like knocked over a bunch of stuff. I thought my parents were going to break up.
Sure.
Because we were in the car driving. Remember we drove past the Coast Guard base down there. That's why I always have a thing with Cape May. And I was like, this is it. I've ruined my family.
Whew. Yikes! Real cool cucumber you are. Most
good times, baby.
Most of growing up, my family had already fractured, so there was no way. It's like, what are you guys gonna get back together? Huh?
The war was over.
Yeah, it was like we were in fucking peacetime for the most part. I mean, my mom and dad weren't fighting. She did a very good job.
They weren't talking either.
She did a very good job of not trashing my dad to us.
Nice.
Same with my dad. My dad, you'd get, well,
the
how
girlfriends, on the other hand, probably heard the lot of it.
You'd get sure, yeah, I think so. But there, there's whole. I mean, I don't speak to my father currently.
Mm-hmm.
There's whole factions of my family that are just scorched earth.
Right.
My dad's side, I talk to a couple of my uncles, stay in touch here and there. I might come to a
sure,
show, but like not my mom's side of the family. She's 1 of 9.
That's your family.
That's we still, I mean, they're all down the shore. Cousin Mikey, if I had Brendan got us this place, Michael.
And if I had to say, the more successful side of the family.
Sure, I got to give it to them. They've really
got some successful. You're not exactly a leader in the family.
No,
you're doing okay.
I'm doing all right.
Got high school kids that are buy you and sell you.
Sure. A couple of soccer superstars in the family. Shout out to the Sullivans, Philadelphia Union.
I wonder if that's kind of where the beginning of, or like the subconsciousness of our relationship comes in.
What do you mean?
That you maybe look at me as like a father figure.
If that's the case, can we stop talking? No, if anything, we're more brotherly. Because listen, I've read a lot of
You've always looked up to me, which I appreciate.
When was that?
Huh?
Hey, if you were standing on the curb or something, and I was street level at the stairs to look up to you.
Comedically?
What?
Financially?
Sexually?
That's how you do it.
Yeah. I mean, at an early age, before I knew you, you were a elder statesman in the scene. I went, oh, look at this guy. He's running a show. Cool guy. Wears a blazer. Same T-shirt every Thursday night. It's kind of weird. Sweating a lot, even though...
T-shirt with the ladder on it?
Sweating a lot, even though it's fucking February and the heat's not on. I don't know what this guy's all about.
I sweat a lot.
But yeah, it's hard to look up to somebody when you just bum 9 cigs a night off them. You kind of lose respect a little bit. You go, hey, man, at what point are you going to go run around a corner and grab a pack? Look, and start contributing to the commune over here. And then you say that, and then you hit me with, I always have cigarettes, which is like.
Send you to your room.
No, so obviously we reading a lot of these people's submissions, which are, God, I got to be honest with you, home frickin' runs, and it's no wonder why you're fans of this. You're fans of the program. It's like so many times you're like, oh yeah, that. You'd be surprised at how many fucking game nights have ruined it. So, but there is this thing with family where you have to either just eventually cut them out, which happens, or you just go, this is it, and you just got to roll with the punches all the way through.
Don't cut anybody out. Family's family.
No, listen, I've cut a good amount of people out.
Yeah, I ain't going anywhere.
What? let me get my scissors out. Start snipping.
Chain myself to your leg.
All right, let's get into it. We got a whole bunch of good subs to get through here, baby. This is from Dr. Chaluca Cabra, or what are they?
Chupacabra.
Chupacabras.
Chupacabra.
That's
Mexican
He
demon.
spelled it Chalupacabra, so I
Ooh,
think he
that's
likes
pretty good.
he likes the chalups.
I like a chalupa.
No.
It's fried dough.
Okay. All right.
Good.
Well, this just in.
The regular ground beef one.
Okay.
And they used to have the Baja, but they don't really have that anymore.
Mm-hmm.
That's not really here nor there, though.
No.
For maybe a different episode.
There you go. All right, he says, $10 homie, never had one read. Here it is. Family game night went bad when Mom was asked what actor played Wolverine in the X-Men movies. She confidently yelled out, Jack Human.
Jack Human.
The room decided she wasn't allowed to get the points for Hugh Jackman, and all hell broke out. Dude, I get that.
Jack Human.
There's also a thing, too, where, like, you feel like everybody's against you. You're like, what the fuck? You fucking tighten up real quick. You got a couple spritzers in you.
Jack Human.
But Hugh Jackman to Jack Human is a fantastic one.
I give it to her.
I don't know.
There's cash on the line.
Yeah, I mean, come on. You're playing for namesakes here. You know what I mean? Leader of the family.
We tried to play Trivial Pursuit. I bet it's still probably at my mom's. And I don't think anybody in my family, 2 adults and 2 kids, none of us could figure out how the game worked. We didn't know what those little pieces of pie did. We didn't know how to get to the
They
middle.
hurt coming out. I know that much.
All right.
Yeah. I remember, so when we were, right, so my brother and, like, that group of, that legion of the family are all, like, 4, 5, 6, whatever years older than me.
Uh-huh.
So I was always younger. So I was probably 18, 17, 18. They were all younger in the early to mid-20s. And we would go down the shore they would have cousins night, right? Like, we'd all go down the shore during the winter when no one was around. All, like, some were getting married and, like, long-term girlfriends, boyfriends, whatever. And we'd all go.
Then the cops were on a skeleton crew.
Yeah, right?
Good pickings.
Yeah, good luck trying to fucking run up in the Sullivan's household.
You and a couple of constables.
A bunch of...
Guy's got a wooden gun on him.
It's a bunch of drunk pipe fitters. Come on.
I know you can't shoot nobody.
So we'd all go down there. It was like a night. We'd get kind of not dressed up, but it was like, whoa, we're going. It was like, and like it was like an age where you started doing like, we're gonna do appetizers and like, what are you bringing rather than just like drinking a 6-pack.
Uh-huh.
It was like a little more
Was it just you guys? Was there any parental figures?
No. So I'm the youngest,
God.
and the oldest is
That's how
probably
Lord of the Flies started.
No, the oldest is probably maybe
Might as well be a shipwreck.
maybe 30. No one has kids yet. It's like, and there's 40 of us in a shore house. And I mean, we tried to play Cranium Kidoo. And I think that's what it's called. Cranium Kidoo? You like make up rules or something?
Hey, Jack Boomin, I tell you what, it's not Cranium Kidoo.
Yeah, it is.
You mean the game Cranium?
But I think there's a version Cranium Kidoo. All I remember my mom going, Cranium Kidoo? You guys,
Ruin the family.
You go down the shore and play Cranium Kidoo, everybody gets in fist fights.
A version of Cranium scaled down for kids.
We're drunk welders.
Hey, we're not pussy welders, all right? We're out there with the tools.
What's Cranium? I remember that coming
It
out.
might have
but
just been Cranium, and I'm thinking
what
Cranium.
is Cranium?
It was like there's a bunch of rules. to it.
Okay.
No, like a bunch of like, hey, if you roll a 6, it was the like.
I remember the guy on the cover.
There was like 9-9 bust a rhyme, and you had to like keep the rap going or something. I don't know. Listen, we never made it to the end. I mean, I remember my brother and my cousin Liam getting in a fucking like holding each other over like a third story story railing over
Cranium Kid
over a kid's game. My cousin's new husband. I don't even know if they were married. New boyfriend, he came. Big guy, you met him. He gets all banged on. I'm like,
that dude?
Yeah, and I'm trying. My first night meeting
Guy's a
him.
heathen.
That was my first night meeting him. I'm like,
Crack your skull open.
hey, man, you got to come back inside. It's all right. We'll be okay. I'm like, Jesus, it was like a hell in the cell match. I was waiting for the Undertaker to come
Speaking of the Shore, this is a sidebar. You know what my one young cousin is doing? Just graduated high school. He's going off to college in the fall. Good school, smart kid. Guess what he's doing this summer as a summer job?
I don't know.
It's the Fudgy Wudgy Man on the fucking beach.
Those are tough to get.
Real tough to get. Fudgy Wudgy.
Wildwood?
Sea Isle. Nice, huh?
Pretty good.
Wildwood, you got to be. I think you have to be a Vietnam vet.
No, I don't think it's so it's either I think firefighters are the hot dog vendors, Fudgy Wudgy guys, or I think you have to be a vet or like something. You have to be something.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what all the Jersey Shore. It's like the prerequisite.
He's working the beach in Sea Isle, baby.
Shout out to it.
Family, probably the most proud that the whole family has
He's
been
a Fudgy Wudgy man
of anybody.
dude.
He's going to like a really good school too.
We have like a World Cup athletes, Olympians, NFL players. If somebody became the Fudgy Wudgy man, you'd be fucking king shit.
Got a job at Sam's.
Shout out Michael used to work at the Hot Spot.
Yeah, what was
It
that?
was like one of those shitty Greek fucking. They serve pizza, lasagna, omelets. It's on the boardwalk. It was a hot spot. See if you pull up the Hot Spot in Wildwood. I think there's like 4 or 5 of them. He was manning the grill. I think he lasted like 2 weeks. He didn't make it till 4th of July.
We had somebody that worked at Flanders in
Who's
Ocean
that?
City. It's a
We were
huge
never
hotel
Ocean
and
City. I don't know.
candy shop. Woo.
I'll take you to the candy shop.
Man, it's like we had somebody in Congress working at Flanders.
Original hotspot.
But yeah, I think he was at the Hot Spot 4 and called. I think he called out like 3 days in, and they were like, "Dude, what the fuck? It's fucking Memorial Day. It's Sunday, Memorial Day weekend. We're fucking in the weeds, dude."
That's all right. Kev, we got to talk about Shopify.
Oh, cha-ching, Shopify.
What do we use for our online platforms when we're
Let
selling
me
merch?
pull up my file. Shopify, baby. We
Shopify.
are a Shopify company.
Listen, gang, we know we got a lot of hustlers out there, a lot of guys doing side projects. Make that side project your main thing and use Shopify. It's the best checkout in the world online. Shopify is a commerce platform behind millions of businesses around the world and 10% of all e-commerce in the United States. 10%, that's a big market share.
Yeah.
You didn't know I knew that word, did you?
Are we talking little companies?
No, we're talking household names like Mattel, Gymshark, to brands just getting started, which we love those brands getting started.
Well, AYG.
Of course, tackle all the important tasks in one place, from your inventory to payments to analytics and more.
Yeah. Shopify makes the marketing minefield easy with built-in tools for running social media, email campaigns so you can find new customers and keep them. If you're looking to grow your business internationally, Shopify has global selling tools to help you in over 150 customers. Like I said, we are a Shopify company over here. Get all the big stuff for your small business right with Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/garbage. Go to shopify.com/garbage. One more time, shopify.com/garbage. Do it.
Yeah. Kev, let's talk about BlueChew, baby.
I'm hard right now, big dog.
Yeah, let's talk about getting hard and getting right, huh? And getting some sleep. Jesus Christ.
Take the edge off.
Gang, if you got some issues as you get older, as a lot of people do, you put on a couple of pounds, you get a little older, the blood starts slowing down, you need a little help in the fucking in the bedroom.
Sure.
All right, there's no drug testing for PED in the game of life. You know what I mean?
There ain't nothing wrong with a little booster shot.
That's right. So do yourself a favor, get over to BlueChew and get yourself straightened out. If
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
Great sex is just a few clicks away. Sign up at BlueChew.com. Consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days. BlueChew tablets is my favorite thing, made in the USA. I'm talking homegrown bones, all done online. No visits to the doctors, no awkward conversations, no waiting in line in the pharmacy. You get it. Bam. And how about this? When be ready when she needs it, and your first month of BlueChew is free, Daddy-o.
She needs
How
it.
you doing? Make life easier by getting harder and discover your options at BlueChew.com. And we've got a special deal for AYG listeners. Try your first month of BlueChew for free and you use our promo code GARBAGE. You pay just $5 for shipping. That's promo code GARBAGE at visitBlueChew.com or visit BlueChew.com for more details, important safety information. And we thank BlueChew for sponsoring the podcast. Do it.
Yes, we do.
All right, let's see. This one's from Chewbacca Silverstein. This happened about 25 years ago when I was in high school. My dad and his brother had a falling out and hadn't seen or spoken to each other in decades prior. My grandmother was in hospice in Michigan, and the whole family was there. My Uncle Tony, who I had never met, walks in, and my dad immediately goes after him. Me, not knowing the guy, thought it was an intruder, so I jump in on it, too. Now we're both beating the shit out of my uncle while my grandmother's dying in the other room. My dad still won't tell me what happened between those two. That is what we're talking about. That is dirtbag level.
Immediately goes after him.
You motherfucker!
Talk about the heightenedness.
Sure.
Grandmother's laying on her deathbed. All of a sudden, now you show up, huh? Probably waiting for the goddamn will. Piece of shit.
I had that.
This is my kind of episode.
I think it was my sister's wedding, if I'm speaking out of school here.
Nice.
My sister's wedding, and one of my uncles didn't come. No, one of my uncles came to the service.
Uh-huh.
Because he didn't trust himself and I guess my dad to not have a heated discussion.
Uh-huh.
But
Uncle on your mom's side?
No.
On his side?
Uncle on my mom's side ended up in the later years got along with my dad.
Uh-huh.
Not along with him, but like
sure.
They knew each other. My parents got married like fucking 20 years old or whatever. So like they knew him as like a young, hey, we're in our 20s, and then there's been so much space.
Bygones be bygones.
They would see him when they're 45 at a wedding and they're both out smoking, drinking. It's like, remember that time we fought? And it was always fight stories. It was always, remember we got thrown out of fucking McShambles and, whatever.
McShambles.
But he trusted him, and this is how dirtbag we are. He trusted himself in the house of God. He's like, I know I'm not going to fight him at church, so I'll go to the reception. I'll go to the service. Beautiful service.
Man, you go to the service and not the reception at a wedding?
That's a garage.
Crazy.
That is a garage.
You do that at a funeral.
Yeah.
I go to the service. I'm not going to the luncheon.
It's for close family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, for the record, I'm always going to the luncheon.
Sure.
Always.
But when they say it's reserved for close family and friends, they sometimes mean that.
Listen, I still need a meal.
Sure.
Those funeral lunches are great.
Mm-hmm.
It's always midday and a weekday, something nice. I'm there.
Yeah.
I'll pay for my own drinks. I don't give a shit.
All right, let's see. This one's from Rattlesnake Jake, $10 ground floor investor. Shout out to you, baby.
Talk to me.
New Year's Eve a few years ago, I told my cousin in front of everybody he looks like Riff Raff the rapper. Got a huge pop in the room. Which stings. He got mad and hit me with a full beer. We started brawling. My real dad grabbed an oar, I don't know why, to break it up. My stepdad got mad that he, quote-unquote, grabbed the weapon. Needless to say, the party was over after that. That's fucking... Dude, getting hit with a zinger and everybody laughing at you.
Now, who's wrong there? The cousin.
Riff Raff.
Yes.
Yeah. Also, you don't throw a full beer at a guy.
No.
You got to go verbal. Listen, I come from most of the males in my family have fist fought each other at some point.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not one to sit here, but there is a code of conduct. You got to escalate it verbally a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You can't take one,
and it can't be a shot. It can't be a fun shot. Like it's just a good burn. You can't be a bitch and throw a fucking beer.
Yeah, you got to go,
and then
Riff Raff, hey, how about I fucking slap the taste out of your mouth? Then you go, all right, okay.
Take it easy, man. Luke. That's BetterHelp.com, ladies and gentlemen.
That's a big one in my family.
Yeah.
I slap the fucking taste out of your mouth. And then they also all quote whatever neighborhood they grew up in and shit on that. He's just a pussy from Fishtown. He ain't tough or whatever it is. It's all fucking... Kid grew up in fucking Bridesburg. He ain't tough. Torsdale. They all just quote the neighborhoods.
Then you drag your poor stepfather and father in on it.
They get in on it. They looked like they probably had a pre-existing beef.
Do you have any that you regret or look back like, oh, fuck, I could have hurt him?
I was getting beat up. They were all older than me.
Me and my brother got into
And the youngest one after me is Michael.
and he
He
beat the
probably
shit out
fucking
of you.
tuned me up now. I'm an old man.
I don't think the both of us could fight Michael. Talking about Mikey, the work here? Yeah, I don't think both of us could fight him.
I mean, you're not really bringing much to the table. Maybe you get blinded with that shirt.
I'm just feeling his muscles.
Ooh, how do you get
Good-looking
these?
kid. Yeah, I
No,
think
yeah. So I had nobody.
Mikey would be a problem.
Nobody I could beat up. There was no one in my life I could beat up. I was just constantly getting this shit slapped out of me.
Well, I threw a lighter at my brother one time, and I fired it at him from me to Luke. I fired it at him, a regular Bic lighter, and it hit him right here. And then obviously we got into a huge melee, like a melee, destroyed our apartment. And man, I was thinking about it not this long ago. That God, if it would have been fucking 2 inches higher, I would have like blinded my brother. Or, yeah, that kind of stuff.
Well, because you probably wanted to borrow $10 or something.
I was something like that. It was something like that.
Coming down off a bender.
And one time we were at my mom's house
Looking
and
for a bag. Hey, talking about it.
one time we were at my mom's house.
It's your house.
And
Okay.
we weren't living there at the time.
I know, but it's still the same house you grew up in.
Sure. And we were at the kitchen table, and he was standing right next to me, okay? And I was in a chair, and there was a chair in between us, and his crotch was right at the level of this. I thought it was the sickest move ever. I felt like fucking
Jackie Chan.
something.
Sure.
I fucking took the chair and fucking jammed it into his fucking crotch.
Uh-huh.
It hit him on the side, but again, like I could have fucking hurt him.
Sure.
He went down like a fucking ton
Sack of
bricks.
potatoes.
They got up and beat the
Drop
shit out
you
of
like
me.
a bad habit.
He was so mad. Anything dishonorable like that in a fight in the Foley household was always taken with much disrespect.
Sure,
like if
'cause
you went for the nuts.
There's a code of conduct. It goes back to the riffraff. You got to at least go. You at least got to stand up and exchange a few words. You can't just fucking sneak your cousin.
white gloves, pistols at dawn.
Yeah, it's very much like.
Honorable.
Mm-hmm. I remember one time I got snuck by this kid, and I came home and I thought my nose was broken, but he just like cracked the cartilage. But I let him. I didn't let him. I got snuck and then I beat him up.
Mm-hmm.
And I told my dad, and it's like he goes, "You let a fucking guy sneak you?" Like that was. I'm like, what the fuck? Like that. He was more pissed. Not that I got in a fight. That
I'm
let
not
him,
a loan shark.
Yeah, that I let a guy sneak me. Like.
Let him cold cock
Yeah,
you.
you keep your fucking hands out. He goes, what happened? I told him we were like talking shit. He goes, the second you start talking shit, you expect to get hit. I was fucking 16.
Yeah, I did that once with my uncle. Uncle Red took me and my brother outside, put the boxing gloves on us. You want to fight? Fucking took us out to the side of his yard and put mine on first. Big mistake. Big mistake. My brother was getting laced up.
Uh-huh.
He's got his
Bing,
quarter.
pow!
He's got his quarter, man. They're still playing his intro music.
He's looking over. This is for you, babe. Pa!
I knocked his bottom tooth out.
Hit him with one. All right, let's see here. This is from Foley's Folly Tracker.
Hello.
My father grew up never knowing his uncle because my grandfather said his brother was some stuck-up prick, right? So his dad didn't know, right?
His dad didn't know
His uncle.
his uncle.
Because the grandfather and the grandfather's brother had a beef.
Gotcha.
So he never met his uncle.
Gotcha.
In reality, my grandfather was jealous of his brother for serving 2 tours at Iwo Jima, becoming a college dean and marrying one of the Coca-Cola heiresses, while my grandfather was a divorced school teacher, moonlighting as a J.C. Penney clerk to keep up with alimony. Rest in peace, Uncle Calvin. Would have loved some of them free DCs growing up. That's another big thing.
God damn it.
With family beefs is like you don't know, right? So I know my family we're entrenched in a beef, a faction of my family. 20 years at this point, if not more. Yeah. I don't know. I learned the side. I was probably
20 years.
Yeah, I mean, I was.
That's a lot over the last sandwich on a hoagie tray. Or whatever you dirtballs are fighting over.
It was actually a pretzel nugget of a Philly soft pretzel tray. But, it was business, obviously. Shit goes south. But I learned what I was told how everybody else was wrong.
Of course.
I got the propaganda. I was getting fucking.
Of course.
I was getting Kim Jong-un propaganda.
Of course.
And then you get a
You're
little.
a grocer in North Korea.
Exactly.
Thought everybody's fruit was fake.
Then I get a little older. I get a little more input. And you start going, what's right is right. What's wrong is wrong.
What it was?
Yeah. I'll still get it. If I get the niece down in Wildwood, out on the back porch, late night, just me and her, or maybe one other cousin or somebody, she'll start. Well, that was Jimmy's, Johnny's, Jackie's whole problem, and then it all fucking starts on. I get new stuff every time. It's like putting together a fucking conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
This one's from Kenny G. $10 homie, never had one read.
Kenny G.
As we've said, but this one's wild. Most game nights would end with my mom screaming and packing a suitcase, saying she's going to leave the family because she was losing.
She's got a bag of Monopoly money. It's falling out like an old bank.
It's all sticking out. That's it. I mean, what is it with its ego? It's gay. It's like
packing a suitcase.
That's
is
fucking
great.
nuts. That's great.
That's great.
We never, I mean, older, yeah, I've had it as of recent, as of a few years ago, other members of the family storming out after a bit of an argument over some, over just some cocktails going. I'm going home. And you're like, you're not fucking.
Stop, come on.
I can fucking pour you into a cup over here. You're not going anywhere. What are you talking? You can't even find your keys.
My extended family, never anything like that. Like my dad and my uncles always treated each other, and they weren't blood related. They were all married in. Always the ultimate respect. There was never anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
It was always us. And I assume the other families had their, whatever, but never anything big like that. It was always us. I always felt like we were the dirtbags of the family.
Yeah, I mean, I know with us is like we're so tightly knit and it's so big that's like our cousins are like our brothers. Not saying yours weren't, but it's like we are spending every weekend together. We're down the shore. It's like most of my brother and sister's friends growing up, it was very not incestual, but like just very intertwined. So that's how it became very messy. We still have it. If we'll go out drinking as like fucking 30-year-olds, at some point someone's gonna.
I've seen a little bit of it.
Yeah, you have. You see me and my brother go at it.
Yeah.
Outside an open mic.
Scary. As a grown man, it's scary. I get flashbacks to when I was a kid. My dad pulled out of the driveway a couple of times, and I knew how bad it was by how fast he pulled out. And the one time he pulled out and, like, laid rubber, I was like, I've never seen him again.
Don't forget to change your oil every
He'd always come back a couple hours later with a couple of odd quarts of beer that, like, he got. Like, I assume he was at a bar cooling off, which he never did. My dad never, like, went out like that. It was always with everybody. But he'd come back with, like, a random, like a PBR quart. Yeah, like, like a couple random beers. Like, where the fuck were you? Smelling like onions. I think I got something to eat. Sitting here with fucking meatloaf. You're out having a sandwich. Bullshit. You can't forget that.
This one's from Big L. My family all got into business with each other. Bad news bears. I brought my brothers along for the ride. Now, I don't know the whole story yet, but he's already drawn a difference between him and his brothers. I brought my brothers along for the ride.
Mm-hmm.
I
gave them an opportunity.
That creates dissension among the ranks because there's certain conversations where you say we're equal, but then it's
I'm curious what this ride is.
And then it says, okay, had to fire my little brother for too many harassment accusations. Jeez, all right, maybe he had it coming.
That's great.
He then stopped talking to me. Then I broke up the business and went my separate way. Helped advise my other brother on how to buy some businesses on his own. Who are you, the fucking Monopoly man?
Dude, this sounds shady.
Turns out he partnered with my younger brother. Fast forward a few years, the younger brother claims the older brother had his hand in the cookie jar to the tune of a couple $100K.
Whoa!
These are some good businessmen they got. I mean, meanwhile, most of our business, we had about fucking $1,200 in the checking account.
Sounds like there was laundry mats involved somewhere in this.
Sure. No one talks to anyone anymore. Fun at funerals, graduations, family gathering, etc.
Can I say something?
Sure, it's a podcast.
Put that shit behind you. Talk to your family. For these guys.
Me?
No, these guys. No, you. Hey, I'm on your side. We keep the vendetta going.
I've seen my father at a funeral.
Uh-huh.
You gotta go. Yeah, like we keep it. I don't have the biggest beef with him.
He wasn't at the big dog's funeral, was he?
He's the big dog.
Joe Kelly.
No.
No.
I hit him with a handshake. I was on his side and go, hey, how you doing? Hit him with a handshake. That's about it. And I gotta. You look good. I lost a bunch of weight at the time.
Huh.
I said, Mike, this guy's all right. I don't know what everybody's big complaint is.
That reminds me, I didn't get invited to the luncheon for Joe Kelly's funeral. That was family only.
No, it wasn't. There was like 250 people there.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Cost me like fucking $8,000.
Oh.
It was.
I think that was just a respect thing. Me and Patty went, right, and then we left.
I told you to come. Yeah, you were in your fucking joggers. Really, really, really fooling people.
Where was that at?
Is that St. Bede's?
No. Where was the luncheon?
The Buck Hotel.
Fuck. That's the place we did the show.
Yeah.
Damn, they put out a good spread.
They put out a great spread.
Fuck, why didn't I go to that?
We even kept the bar open a couple hours.
God damn it.
Then they had to close it, and we went into the actual bar. I ran up at that. I said, here, put it on me. We were doing shots of Absolute to the big dog, smoking Winston's.
Fuck, why didn't I go to that? I should have got rid of Patty and went over there.
A party. It was such a party we ran out of heaters, and I had my wife drive and go get his heaters.
Huh. Probably some tail running around there, too.
What do you got?
Nothing on that?
Cheesesteak spring egg rolls.
Yeah.
I mean, you fucked up.
I fucked up. Damn it. Maybe I had to get back for a show or something.
No, you didn't. I remember, I'm not doing it for family. I'm like, everyone's gonna be everybody.
Fuck. Man, I make some dumb decisions.
It's an awesome menu.
Hit me
What
with
else?
the many.
They got the raw bar. I mean, they
Raw
got
bar?
It's mostly chicken.
they got pretzel charcuterie board.
What?
Buck Wild sampler.
Wild Sam.
Crab cake sliders.
Did you have crab cake sliders?
I don't remember. I was pretty fucked up. Told you I was doing shots of Absolute. The fallen heroes.
Absolute.
That's what he liked. He was an absolute man.
Absolute Citron. Fuck you up. Damn. All right.
All right, let's see here. This one's from St. Louis Viagra guy. So I'm at Thanksgiving. Oh, that's from the live show. I don't know if he was. Yeah, he was. I think he made the Route 66.
Okay.
I remember he was like, if I got Viagra for my birthday present or my what?
Yes.
St. Louis Viagra guy.
Yes.
So I'm at Thanksgiving, and my mom politely asks no one to talk politics, which
Never.
can ruin a fucking party.
Never.
Especially now. Everybody just shut the fuck up. Yeah. 90 seconds later, my asshole uncle starts laying into everybody from whatever. I lean over front of the kitchen and loudly say, my mother said no politics. If you
commie fuck.
If you want to talk politics, go to your own house now. People shut right the fuck up after that. Listen, that's what you got to do. Because it will seep in. It seeps in. Just tell everybody shut the fuck up. Also, referring to her as mother. That demands respect.
Yeah, none of that bullshit, especially at the holidays. Ah, that's funny. Everybody shut the fuck up. And I miss the turkey.
Yeah.
You asshole. Gang, today's episode is sponsored by Acorns, and you know we love Acorns over here. Acorns is a financial wellness app that makes it easy to start investing for your retirement because the sooner you start, the more of a chance your money is going to grow, baby. You don't need to be an expert. Acorns recommends a diversified IRA portfolio that can help you, whether you are all over the markets are up or down, it don't matter. Get your Acorns and get straightened out. You don't need to be rich. Acorns lets you get started with the money that you have right now. You'd be surprised with what you could do for just $5 a day.
Mm-hmm. Plus, you sign up for Acorns Gold, and you'll get a 3% IRA match on new contributions in your first year. That's extra money in your retirement on Acorns, baby.
Get that.
As you know, I'm a big fan of Acorns. It's been the only way I've been able to save money through this wacky journey of AYG we've had. A few years ago, I started squirreling away a little of this, a little spare change at a time. Right now, you can sign up and join over 1 million all-time customers who have already saved and invested over $2.2 billion for their retirement with Acorns. That's a lot of cash. Head to acorns.com/garbage or download the Acorns app to get started. This is a paid client endorsement. Compensation provides incentive to positively promote Acorns. Tier 1 compensation provided. Investing involves risk. Acorns Advisors LLC is an SEC-registered investment advisor. View important disclosures at acorns.com/garbage. Do it.
Do it.
All right. This one's a little more complicated. This is from Marie. $10 financier. Never had one read. Small town, very small. My stepdad and mom were on the outs. He went to the bank and told Miss Peggy, who was the town bank teller, not to let my mom withdraw any money from their joint account, which I'm pretty sure is
illegal.
Yeah, it's not. That's not a
small town game, though, dog.
Strap in.
Yeah.
Mama went
Peggy ain't the FDIC.
Mama went to try and get some money out, and Peggy told her she wasn't allowed.
That's illegal.
Mama didn't like that. My stepdad's former friend happened to be at the bank at the same time and spoke up for my mom, saying they couldn't deny her money since she was on the account.
Of course.
Peg wouldn't budge. Oh, Peg. So my mom's friend told my mom to write him a check for the entire account balance minus $1.
Whoa!
Friend then deposited the check into his own account and gave my mom the cash. Mom proceeded to hire movers and take every bit of furniture, curtains, dishes, even toilet paper. Left him only $1 and the lazy boy when he got home from work that day.
Holy shit.
That was marriage number 2, and she since had 2 more. Listen, I don't condone that, but if you start trying to play, you're trying to prevent her. Listen,
right.
You get into bed with her, you get married. I don't know who earned it, whatever. That's half her money.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever's in the account. Moving forward, making payments that's up for debate. But
sure,
you're sharing a joint checking account.
She left him the lazy boy.
Because he's probably a lazy boy. There you go. Read between the lines.
It's a lady thing to do. I respect that. $1 and the lazy boy.
What about fucking Buddy Jim coming in?
Yeah,
saving the day. He does probably husband number 3 if you catch my drift.
Jim had a little cash too. Go ahead, whatever's in the account.
Mm-hmm.
It's $300,000. He's like, whoa.
Jesus.
Yeah, maybe Peggy's right. Yeah, home record.
That's a lot of money for a young girl. Yeah, that's fucking nutso.
Damn.
All right, let's see here.
Man, the bozos and the homies are fucked up.
Listen,
I
mean, it's like, and this is some of the more PC. There's a lot of this one. This is from Donovan, $10 homie. One time at a family barbecue, my grandma stabbed my grandfather in the arm while she was drunk and high on pills. The reason she stabbed him is because he decided to roll up a joint instead of getting her another drink. Instead of going to the hospital, he went to the toolbox, grabbed super glue, and sealed the stab wound and used a rag and duct tape to cover it up. That's also, that's a little different than getting mad at Jack Human. You know what I mean?
That wasn't over cranium.
That was not a game of Cadoo, I'll tell you that much. Also, what grandma's drinking and doing pills? I guess probably every grandma, if you're drinking, every grandma's on some sort of pill.
Sure.
Fucking whack you out. You're not supposed to be drinking like
that. You got to think, too, we didn't realize when we were kids, your grandmother, usually could be 50, 55, maybe 60 when you're like 5 and 6 years old. It's not like they were 100-year-old people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 50.
What?
Just saying.
Cool guy with a cool shirt like that?
I'm just saying.
Sure.
Not that I would be, but in 5 or 10 years, God willing, I could be on pills or drunk.
Yeah.
So it's not that crazy.
5 or 10 years, 5 or 10 minutes.
I'm waiting on somebody now.
Yeah, no, that's true. That of course that's very true. And like,
I'm just saying they're younger and more active than you think.
Yeah, there's no stabbing age where it's like, he's 50, they're allowed to stab you.
I agree.
That's also the way he said it on pills. I don't think it was heart medication.
Of course.
No, grandma should be doing oxys or something.
Well, maybe.
Sure.
She shouldn't be crushing them up and snorting them. How about that?
Yeah.
Taking them is one thing.
Well, it's also, too, if I look back.
Can we agree on that? Can we meet in the middle?
What?
She could pop them, but if she's crushing them up and snorting them, that's probably a problem.
Listen, this might be a divisive statement. I don't think any grandmother should be doing recreational drugs. Smoke a little weed, pop a little gummy if you want, take the edge off, the anxiety, the glaucoma, the sleeplessness, the appetite. Sure, you shouldn't have a pill guy at that age.
Oh, well, look at you.
Mr. Hoity-toity. That's all I'm saying.
You're all Peggy over here.
I play by the rules, huh? That's also, you look back, all my uncles were drunk, all growing up. And you don't know that. You're like, oh, and you're thinking you're having these moments, which we were. And first of all, I love every one of my uncles. They're great. But you look back, they were, if I'm 6, some of them, my Uncle Mike and my Uncle Pat, they're on the younger half of the 9 brothers and sisters.
Mm-hmm.
They're the last 2. So they were like, they might have been 22.
Yeah.
When I was like fucking 5 or 6 or whatever. They're in their 20s.
What I didn't get, like, I look at myself now, like I'm a lazy guy, you know what I mean? And I know this wasn't every weekend, but like when our families would get together, like the cousins and our extended group of friends, which were like our cousins, you know what I mean?
I got you.
They were all, it was like
You don't have to explain it. We
6
understand.
families.
We understand what close friends are.
We'd go down the shore.
Doing the show for 5 years.
We'd go down the shore and be down there for like, let's say a week or 2 weeks or whatever. And they would all sit around on the deck. And like, I remember like my one family, like my one family, like him putting away, like it had to be like 20 Heinekens.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
in an evening, like 20 Heinekens. And then, all right, then they go to bed at 1. These guys would be up, like taking us swimming or going to breakfast or cleaning up out at like 7:30.
I know.
And it's like, how the fuck
That's
did you
dad
do
shit.
that?
That's like.
Like I would be, it's like a 2-day recovery process, and I'm bitching and crying, and I'm faking sick, and I can't. I'm laying in bed.
You are a
These
big
guys-
baby.
These guys would get up and fucking do it.
Yeah, they also have kids. Like, they had to. Like, you're also used to sleeping in till whatever you get up. That's not those guys sleeping in. They're fucking getting up at the ass crack of dawn for
They'd
10
be
years.
shaved too. That was
Yeah.
the thing that was like, you shaved this morning? What the fuck?
Yeah, wild.
Crazy. Man, you had like 40 beers last night. I remember when I finally got to the age where like I understood it.
You're like, what
I
the
was
fuck?
in college. I was like, dude, you had like 30 beers last night. What are you doing? How are you up?
I remember my uncle, we go down the shore for Easter every year. Oh,
So dirty.
what? We always have. You get my Aunt Patty does Easter, and we'd all
I
go
could
down.
smell that car.
What?
The ham and the pineapple.
Pineapple pie. My mom with the pineapple fucking stuffing.
I love it.
But we did the big. I told you. So my aunt is married into one of the big fucking sausage kielbasa families of Philadelphia.
Right.
So she gets the kielbasas,
Mm-hmm.
and we do kielbasa on Thanksgiving. So the night before, I'm probably 20.
That's got to be a Philly thing.
What?
Because, I mean, you're nowhere close.
It's called
to,
like Xerxes or something. Look, CZREKS or something like that.
You're nowhere close to Polish by any stretch of the imagination.
What? No, we are not. What am I, fucking dumb?
We have a little Polish in our family, but like upstate in Wilkes-Barre and down in Philly, why was that such an integral part of everything? There was always kielbasa, the pierogies. There was always, and they were always.
There's a large Polish.
Yeah.
A large Polish population.
That's got to
in
be a
Philadelphia.
big Philly. It's so funny.
Mm-hmm. Do you find it? It's called like Cruz or something. It's spelled one way but pronounced another way. I don't know what it is.
Kielbasa on Easter.
So,
my God, that fucking unlocks.
We wake up. So we go out. Me, my uncle, my brother, probably my brother-in-law, and my uncle Mike. We all go out to this place. It was called the Surfing Pig, or it wasn't the Surfing Pig. The Surfing Pig's like a barbecue spot. This was something else. It's not that anymore. It's across from the Wild. If you're familiar with Wildwood, it's across from the Acme. on the corner. I forget what it used to be, like the Dog Tooth Inn or something. I don't know what the fuck it is. Whatever. We're there all fucked up before they redid it. It was still a hole-in-the-wall bar.
Over at the Wet Paw. We're at the Muddy Paw for the night.
Yeah.
Local Philly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Xerxes, CZERW.
Yeah, it's in Port
Kielbasa.
Richmond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a place. Somebody was just there.
It's like famous. That's like a famous.
Action Bronson or
Yeah, it's like a
somebody
famous
that.
spot. They have
Yeah.
like a smoker room.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
So we got they make the cheesesteak. That's the cheesesteak pierogies that my Aunt Carol gets.
Gotcha.
Which I got.
She worked there or something.
Or it's her family. She's married into the
Right.
family or whatever.
Shout out to him.
But
Authentic.
we go down there and we start doing.
Get that and some Stocks pound cake. You can't tell them. You can't tell anybody nothing.
That's a goddamn Sullivan family party right there.
Man, if you're in Philly and Stocks pound cake, do yourself a favor.
We do a lot of wedding cake. We get it. A lot of we get a bunch of Stocks cake, give out a slice of Stocks cake as the wedding cake. But we're there, so we go out the night before, Saturday night, Friday night, whatever. Yeah, I don't know. It's got to be Friday night. We get down there, we get out, we go all fucked up because we don't really have any real responsibility the next day, Easter Sunday. You know what I mean? We got the day off down the shore.
The resurrection of the Lord? Yeah, sure, I got it.
But that's when you start. Saturdays when you start getting the house together for the summer. You're like, oh, we gotta pull out the whatever from storage.
Gotcha.
And, you know,
Oh, that's pretty good.
you're like, oh, we gotta pull out the patio furniture, spray that down, fucking turn the just bullshit.
Grease the lamp poles. Scumbags.
So we go out with.
Boarding up the place like a hurricane's coming.
We go out and Jaeger buzz when Jaeger bombs were big, right? So me and Danny, Jaeger bomb guys at the time, let's do a Jaeger bomb. And my uncle, he's all tuned up. He's trying to hang, he's hanging with us. So he's like drinking.
Can't give.
So we go, you want to do a Jaeger bomb? He goes, I don't fucking do a Jaeger bomb.
Can't give those old guys that deer's blood.
So we go. So he goes to the bathroom. So me, my brother-in-law order a round of Jaeger bombs. So he comes back like a new man. He's like, whoa, you guys doing fucking shot? What am I, Skip? What's my name, Skip? You know, so we were like, all right, man, fucking order him up a Jaeger bomb. So he does a Jaeger bomb. He goes, ooh, that's good. What's in that? I go, fucking Red Bull, Jaeger and Red Bull. He goes, Red Bull? Red Bull? I can't have Red Bull. That's just going to kill me. He starts having a panic. Red Bull? Meanwhile, I'll take the fucking 14 IPAs you had.
I'm on a goddamn statin.
I know. My heart's going to pop out of my chest. He starts freaking. Red Bull? Shit, I can't have Red Bull. So we do a couple, but he likes them.
Pops a couple beta blockers.
They got
try to even out.
They got a sweet taste to them, you know what I mean? So we do a couple, 3, 4, 5 more of them guys. And we're fucked up. It's like a proper, we went in, we walked down.
I got 2 words. Irregular heartbeat.
Arrhythmia. So he wakes up.
Funny.
He wakes up and now he's on kielbasa duty because it's his wife brought the kielbasa.
Shaking.
So he's got to grill it, and dude, he's doing like the sauce. And me and Danny wake up and we look over the balcony because we're on the second floor condo. We look over the dude, and he's like, he is the plumes of kielbasa smoke are hitting him in the face, and it's fucking dude. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. He's got to cook kielbasa for fucking 300 people. He's gagging, dude. He's good. Never fucking again am I drinking with you guys. Never again. Just fucking gagging for like 3 hours cooking kielbasa.
Smell of smoked meat.
Oh, dude, it make me fucking.
Smell of smoked meat with taurine running through your veins.
Don't forget that fucking bay smell coming in lowland. Yeah. Talk about jammed up.
That's so funny. Red Bull.
Red Bull. Shit's going to kill me.
Man. Those old guys thought that shit was fucking...
That might as well have been plutonium to them. They didn't know. I mean, because it was introduced. This is like not when it's everyone's drinking it. As introduced as like, this is what fucking snowboarders drink when they're, you know what I mean? When they're out doing K2 or whatever.
Red Bulls and vodka. Red Bulls, vodka, and Percocet. God damn, that's
a wacky uncle.
Shit.
Thursday
nights.
All right. Hey, speaking of, this is from Foley's Chest X-ray. My aunt stole Adderall from the medicine cabinet on Christmas Eve. Got caught, denied it. Less than 12 hours later, we got screenshots of her trying to trade them for perks. That's what we call making moves. Oh man, we've reached the true dirtbag level family here. Fuck
God
me,
love
dude.
her. You deny it.
Yeah. Listen, drugs are. I mean, I've had it. It's other extended families of mine. I thought girl got caught stealing gift cards out of Denise's purse on Christmas. We don't talk to them no more. I think she's doing better. Smart girl. She's taking the TD gift cards out of the box and then putting the box back in.
Yeah, they were always a smart kid. He's a smart kid. Angie.
That was the same Christmas she told me things are going real well. Me and Dave are going to get a bank account. Almost got a bank account, and they were going to move to Florida. I said, Toots, you're trying to get down to the fucking pain management capital of the world. I don't think you're drying out.
Save the taxpayers the extradition.
Yeah. Save us the Southwest flight, will you, Toots? This one's great. This is from Foley's Grundle.
Hold on a second, dude. They're moving down the floor.
Listen, a lot of dirtbags I grew up with. Some of them rest in peace. Some of them still banging. At some point,
That'd be my move, dog.
they all. And this is before all those pain clinics were exposed. But they all wanted to go to Florida. Some of them went to Arizona, straightened out, stuff like that. New Mexico. I think they think the weather, and you're going to start running or something, becoming joggers.
You don't have tuberculosis. You don't need the dry heat. Are you Doc Holliday? If I walk in here one day and say I'm thinking about moving to Jacksonville, slap the cuffs on me, boys.
You already got the sunglasses on. This one's good. This is from Foley's Grundle. I got fucked up on Xannies one time, hid my bottle of pills and my ounce of weed from myself. I woke up the next day and accused my brother of stealing it. It got heated. We end up wrestling around. I got my ass kicked. I was still fucked up yet. Yeah, right. We moved out of the house a few months later, and I found my pills and weed hidden in the slit in the back of the couch. I never told him I found them. That was a good hiding spot. If you could get behind a piece of fabric and close that back up or something. Woo-wee.
Oh, that's too good.
Sitting on the stash, no one knows. This one's good, too. Driving in reverse. My dad spanked my brother on the bench in the parking lot of the beach. No big deal. We got home, and the cops were waiting in our driveway. Someone had called to report him for child abuse. My father said to the cop, you know how it is. Sometimes they need discipline. The cop said, hey, I get it. People overreact to this kind of stuff. They shook hands, and the cop drove off. Shit, fucking early 2000s was a different time. Hey, listen. It's like fucking Donnie Brasco. My hands are bruised talking to this.
Spanking?
Listen, I wasn't there. I don't know. It was described as I don't get involved in this kind of stuff.
I had a babysitter spank me one time. Bare ass. Yeah, it was a girl.
Pay extra for that now.
Yeah, it was so strange.
Mm-hmm.
I remember it was on the steps. We were like 3 steps up on the steps going upstairs to my house in Wilkes-Barre. She spanked me. Can't remember why. Fucking freak. I had a tight little ass back then, too. Soft.
Uh-huh. I had a babysitter's boyfriend push me down the stairs.
I'm with him.
Yeah. Fucking pussy. Yeah, I was young. I was like 5 or 6. Danny was running his mouth. Danny was running his mouth to the kid. Because my brother, my mom leaves, probably going to work or whatever. I never told you this?
This whore's got some.
Yeah, she has a guy come over who was like waiting
Whatever
down.
guy she's currently sleeping with is
Yeah.
over.
She has a guy like pull up like minutes after my mom. He must have been down the block, like laying in the seat waiting for the Taurus to pull out or whatever. So she leaves. He pulls up, and Danny's like, "You, fuck is this all about?" He starts running his mouth, whatever. So I go, "Oh, this we're cool. We can start talking shit." I start talking shit. I always got hit for talking shit. And Danny's in his face, and I'm in his face, and I get fucking pushed. And this guy's
Probably a teenager.
he's probably in his 20s. I'm 7, 6, 7. Danny's 12 or something. Danny knows he can't beat him up. He's a fucking grown man. So we go over and get my neighbor. like, dude.
What are you, 200? What are you, 200 at the time?
Deuce and a quarter.
215.
I was on the Atkins at the time.
Probably thought you were in college. He's got a baby face.
I'm bald.
Kid's built like a linebacker. I'm bald. Your glasses on.
Yeah, Danny went and got my neighbor, who was a badass dude. He was a roofer.
Went and got your neighbor
Yeah.
after he pushed you down the steps?
Yeah, well, Danny's like, this guy just threw Danny's, if I'm 7, Danny's 11. This guy's 20-something. Could be 50 for all I know. Fucking full-grown man. And it's like, clearly this guy's okay with hitting children.
Uh-huh.
So Danny's like, I'm going to get my fucking...
Which steps? The steps at your mom's?
Yeah.
Which ones?
The front steps.
Wait a minute. The ones inside?
Yeah.
Doesn't it have a turn on it?
Yeah, I fell. I landed on the landing. We were up.
The top part?
Yeah.
That's like a full flight of stairs.
Shit, it's fucking second floor. I remember bouncing up being like, whoa, this guy don't play. this guy's like riffraff all over again. He don't like to talk and shit. He goes right to action.
All right, I called you a jerk off. That's my bad.
So we got off on the wrong foot here, pal.
Man, you just crack your neck, be like, all right, you want to play dirty, huh?
He touched me.
You grab one of the poles.
I rip it out and fucking snap it over my knee.
Prison rules, huh? All right. Tough guy. I heard about you, huh?
You got yourself quite a bull here, Megan.
You're not the limp dick she had in here last week, I take it. My cousin Pat and my cousin Joe, when they'd babysit, they would bring broads over there. And they were in high school. Man, they were like grown women to me and my brother.
Mm-hmm.
I remember this girl in a cheerleading outfit came over.
Was she a stripper? Showing up in a cheerleading
It was like
outfit.
after school. She's wearing a Coughlin cheerleading outfit. Fucking hamina. Fucking 10-year-old little chubster like me trying to kick game.
You like ice cream?
I used to get a little nip of beer every once in a while when the boys were over.
Sure.
Night, because we'd do the pouring. They had the kegger. My dad had a kegerator. He had a fridge with a keg, so we'd go pour the beers for the boys.
That ain't bad.
It was all right. Learned how to pour a nice beer. Side, real nice. Crisp and cold. Probably Jenny Cream Ale.
Wait, what did Danny? What did this
Yeah,
neighbor
what Danny
do?
say to the neighbor?
Yo, this guy just fucking whatever. Hey, man, get over here. This guy means business.
Hey, Kevin's down.
That's his problem. He should have been running his mouth, little bitch like him.
I need a second to take this guy.
And I think the neighbor was kind of like, what the fuck are you dragging me into? This is like a domestic dispute. You know what I mean? This is how
Not really.
Well,
You don't know this fucking guy.
He don't know. I mean,
Domestic dispute is when you know the person.
I know, but he's going, I'm just walking into a house of this guy, like, does he have a gun? I don't know, a knife, a gun, he's hitting children? I might have slipped and blamed it on the guy, too. I don't fully remember. I'd hit my head. Yeah, I remember opening my eyes being like, whoa, this is serious business here. I remember Danny being like, what the fuck?
The guy come over?
The guy came over and called. This is where I remember the guy. The guy had like a really big truck, right? My neighbor.
You know what I know?
And he pulled up in the truck. That's what I remember. And I think at this point, I remember coming in the driveway. I remember him vividly. He had a backwards hat on. Fucking dude was all tatted up. And I remember them talking. I don't remember. That's all I remember. I remember me looking out the garage and seeing him. I think he backed in, too. Backed into the driveway.
Whoa.
And I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, big, like.
Did you ever see that babysitter again?
Yeah, he's a family friend.
Did you ever see that dude again?
No, I don't think we told my mom either. Danny was probably going through her purse or something, got caught. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Or whatever the fuck he was doing.
Pulling out her tampon.
He's probably trying to sell the guy weed and fucking sold him a beat bag or something.
Don't be a bitch, dude. All right? You get the eighth, sure, but you want to go for a quarter.
You want to land a chick like this, you need at least a quap on you. All right, we got to wrap it up. Quap. It's such a good word.
That's kind bud right there, dude. Huh?
Listen, bubblegummer like you is a good starter pack.
Hey, don't smoke that shit and freak out and then start calling me, huh? Fucking 9 years
Hey, listen, we never met each other, all right? You were never here.
Gang, what a fun episode. We love you. Thank you for sharing all those things,
Yeah,
gang.
well, home run of fucking stories, showing a glimpse of the fucking true dirtbags you are, man.
Home run. Grab your tickets to the Back on the Block tour. Come out and tell us a little more, huh? Find out what happened to that Adderall. We love you. We'll see you next week. Peace.